Welcome to Divine Pisces 444. When you are here, you are safe and you are home. Welcome to the Lightworkers. Welcome to the Empaths. Welcome to all. You are safe and you are home. So tonight's topic, I am talking about, I have a question. Why do people hurt other people? What is their purpose? Why? Why do hurt people hurt people? I have a couple theories, but I noticed lately it's getting ridiculous. It's to a point where you're not safe. You're not safe on the internet anymore. You honestly cannot express how you genuinely feel anymore without someone coming out of the darkness and leaving the most hatefulest, the most hideous comment. Why do you feel the need to judge someone that you do not know? You don't know this person. And even if you did, what gives you the right to come for them like that? Why do people do that? Well, I know why. But what is the purpose? Why are we attacking each other? Our world, our planet is in crisis right now. I don't know if you guys notice, but this isn't normal. What's going on? It's 2 years later. 2 years, guys. And we are still walking around with a mask on our face. That's a whole nother video. But yeah, 2 years. Normal is gone. That's not coming back. We are transitioning into a whole nother plane right now. And I tell you what, if you weren't spiritual before, you better wake up. Because this is it. This is the time to wake up. This is good versus evil. I'm just going to put it out there for you guys. You know, but if you peel it back like an onion, that evil, there's pain under there. You know, no one just wakes up and says, I'm going to go out and hurt as many people as I can. I'm going to attack those who are shining, who are, feeling good about themselves. Who's comfortable in their skin. I'm going to go after those people. No one wakes up and does that. At some point, they've felt belittled. They felt neglected. Whatever their reasons are, there's pain there. But, everyone doesn't have the mindset that I have. Everyone doesn't know that. Listen, guys, I'm talking to the light workers, the empaths, the highly sensitive people, the star seeds. This is a time that not only do you need to protect your energy, we must have understanding. True understanding. That is our weapon. Our weapon. Understanding and truth. Peel it back. When someone comes for your character, for your integrity, peel it back. Let's examine this person. This person literally just judged me. They don't know me from Adam or Eve. So they're judging a cover. Now I can take that in and let it plant seed, let it poison my spirit, let it lower my vibrations, let it interrupt my manifestations. I can let that create an attachment for me, because see, what it does is when it begins to poke holes in your energy field, that's how those lower level entities, the darker forces, that's how they're able to get in. And that's why we're losing so many of us right now. The good ones, I call them, the chosen ones. We're losing you guys. And you know, even when you're broken, when an empath is broken, drained, they don't convert to the dark ones, the darker forces. They fall into a deep depression. They're no longer able to give back, to help, to feed the collective, to uplift and inspire, because that's what we do. They're not able to do that anymore. But how do we recover? How do we pull ourselves up? Truth and understanding. So what I say is, friends and family, the next time someone comes for you, they don't need a reason. I don't care if they have one or not. Don't personalize it. Sometimes I have a lot of understanding, so I may, shine light on it and bring understanding to that person, because I like to put people in their place. I like them to know that I know why you came for me. I'm sorry that someone didn't believe you. I'm sorry that you were rejected, that you didn't receive the love and support. So now you're trying to take that from me. Okay? But that's not our job to correct them. It's not. We're not going to do a war battle with these lower level entities, because a lot of these people have attachments of darker forces, and that's a whole nother ball game. And if you're not spiritually equipped, you're not going to win that battle. You're actually going to leave and walk away wounded and feeling even more drained, and maybe even have an attachment yourself, because we do transfer energy. Every time we converse with one another, every time we talk with one another, we're conversing energy. We're exchanging energy. Right now, you're receiving energy from me. And I'm here to feed, uplift, and encourage, and shine light where there is none. Bring order where there's chaos. This is important. There is a lot of nasty, spirited people online right now, on the internet, because they have nowhere to go. COVID has changed our lives. So they're turning to the internet, and they are on a mission to destroy, break down, poison as many as people as they can. And my message tonight is, stop them dead in their tracks. Don't give away your power. Don't allow them to have any power. Kill it, drain it, pull the plug on it. And this is how you do it. When this person or people come for you, the first thing you're going to do is you're going to laugh, not at them. We're not going to be nasty. We're not going to respond, egotistic or big-headed. We're not going to do that. We're going to laugh to ourselves. Nice one. And then we're going to examine. Okay? We're going to examine. We're going to look at them and we're going to say, wow, this person didn't get love. This person is not comfortable in their skin. Something's obviously missing for them to feel the need to come for me. And that is it. And it is the truth. It's the truth. And you're going to leave it right there. And then guess what? We're going to keep on moving. If you're posting inspirational quotes, if you're doing blogs, whatever it is you're doing, you better not skip a beat. Don't you dare. Don't you dare. The person may come again. You may have more that come for you. And you're going to repeat that. You're going to laugh. And you're going to think to yourself, wow, what is this person missing? You're going to say a little prayer and you're going to keep it moving. Listen, in 2022, we're not giving our power away. We're not giving power to the darker forces. It's time to pull the plug on them. You hear me? Pull the plug on them. We're not, guys, we're not doing it. It is time to love yourself. Self-love is the best love. Excuse me. Self-love is the best love. Stop looking for the approval. Stop looking for that confirmation. Give yourself confirmation. Listen, I don't care what it is that you're given. If only one person at the end of the day likes it or says, hey, thank you. At least you helped that one person. At least you were able, I'd rather help one person a day than none. If you're looking for likes, if you're looking for attention, then we have a problem. You're not going to get it out here. What you're going to get is a bruised ego, a broken heart, and low self-esteem, because they're going to tear you down. They're going to chew you up and spit you out. Listen, I am highly empathic. There is a new energy that is circulating through the people here on this planet. There is actual spiritual beings walking this earth right now. And, well, we just got some new ones in December. In this December, a new force is here. Okay, these are higher spiritual beings. They are here to help. They are here to assist. But prior to that, in December 2020, there was a new race of lower level entities that arrived. And I know this for a fact because madness, pure hell broke out. Like the killings, the news, every single day there was a new killing. It's like people were just going mad, crazy. We're not alone. So if you think that we're alone, you're in for a rude awakening. We're not alone. And I'm telling you right now, all aliens and other worldly beings are not solid creatures. Some come in the form of energy. They're bodiless. And guess what? By them being bodiless, they want a body. They want to possess us. They want to attach to us. So this is what I'm saying. It's time to wake up. You need to protect your energy. You gotta protect yourself. Because at the end of the day, when we pass over, when we take that last breath, our spirit exhales, it comes on out. We're energy too as well. You know? So what I'm saying today is we're going to have to fight energy on energy. You know? Stop fighting in the physical realm and fight in the spiritual realm. You know, as a kid, I used to think that you got to be highly anointed and spiritually blessed and, you know the Bible like the back of your hand. And no. Today, I choose no religion. I've studied them all. You know, that it's all man-made. I'm sorry. And I hope I don't I mean no disrespect on this. It is man-made. But I appreciate every single spiritual being in every religion. They all offer love, peace, and light. You know? I take a little bit from all of them. But I acknowledge that there's a higher force. And it's the greater good, just like there's a lower level. And that's where these darker forces reside at. So, but today we need to come from a place of spiritual awareness. It's time to wake up, guys. Some of you guys may just now be experiencing seeing the numbers, 111, 1111, 333. 111 and 1111, that is your spiritual awakening. That's your call. That's a call from the spiritual realm. That is the beginning of your spiritual awakening. Because the world is transforming. It is not physical. It's not. We have spiritual entities here like never before. Like never before. And it is really getting ready to all hell's about to break loose. And a lot of people are going to be running to different religions to find comfort. But if you don't know the truth and have understanding, it's only going to help so much. The light is within you. And when you heal any pains and hurts, the universe, the light of the universe will flow through you so much easier. And you will be protected like never before. We have so many guardians out here that are watching over us, that are trying to intervene on a daily basis. Only if you could see into the spiritual realm, you would be amazed. And when that person is saying these nasty things or going out their way at work to make your day just long and hard, if you could put on a pair of spiritual glasses, these glasses would give you the ability to see the energies. You would, I promise you, you would change your whole world around. It would. And if you could just see the dark forces around this person, my God, they are being influenced, if not possessed. Some of them are, I honestly, I'm telling you, I've seen faces inside of people. Like, they're inside of you. They're not attached. They're in you. You need a whole exorcism going on, buddy. Like, if you could see it though, you would feel bad for that person. You wouldn't, hate your aunt or your sister or your cousin or your brother or, your ex, whoever's causing the pain. You would know it's not them. It's the attachment. It's these darker forces that's surrounding them. They hook on, they attach like bed bugs, literally. You know, people become infested with them. And it's sad. And then you get that understanding. What you got the truth now. You see it for what it is. Then understanding is it's nature, man. It just comes second, like it's just natural. It's just boom, it's there. Wow. Then you got that all moment. Oh, I get it now. And guess what? It takes away everything else. All the effect that it would have if you didn't know the truth and if you didn't have understanding. The poison that the damage it causes. It eliminates it. It cannot touch you. It cannot harm you. Because you have truth and understanding. And that's what I'm trying to share with you guys tonight. It's time to wake up. And this is a time like never before. I know when I was younger, you know, my grandmother and great grandmother used to always say, the world's coming to an end. These are the last days. Jesus is coming back. He's coming back. We're living in the last days. Only if they were alive today, it would blow their mind. Because if they thought that was bad back then in the 80s, oh my, then what is this today? You know, what is this today? It is good versus evil is what it is, you know. And when a person has, and I'm gonna tell you another thing real quick, and I don't want this video to be too long, but when a person has healed from all past trauma, all pain, okay, because I'm gonna tell you something, pain, anything negative on the human body, spirit, okay, mind, body, soul, it literally pokes holes in our energy field. And this is an invisible field around us. We all have one. It pokes holes. And, you know, we all have a light. The more holes you have, your light gets smaller and smaller, to the point where I see it as like a little flickering flame inside of us, okay? Some shine brighter than others. The more holes you have, that air is getting in. That draft, you know, that breeze comes in, blows it out. And now there's nothing but darkness inside you. But even, you know, the holes, listen to me. You had a bad an experience, you know. You're carrying a memory that something happened to you. You got the post-traumatic stress diagnosis. Come on now. I hate that label. I hate it. I hate it. I hate all mental illness labels. I think it's full of crap. It's an excuse for a person to go around feeling sorry for their self. Now don't lose me now. Let me finish. It's an excuse. It's a pass. To me, it's a trap. It's a trap. It's a way for a person not to heal. Well, I'm bipolar. Well, you know, I'm a manic depressant. So this is why I do this. No, you do that because you experienced some type of trauma earlier in your life, or, you know, recently, whenever, whatever. Some people, oh no, it was a genetic. I haven't been through nothing. I just, you know, it runs in my family. Honey, it's called a generational curse. That's what that is. It's an attachment. Period. If, like I said, post-traumatic stress, whatever, if you had an experience, you did not heal. You know, and then they say, well, just let go and let God. Let go and let God. You know how many times I let go and let God and it kept coming back to me? For years. For years, I started to doubt that God was even real. I'm like, what am I? Is something wrong with my fishing pole? Am I not casting far enough? The waters is just so choppy. It's just bringing, it's just bringing it back to me. But that's why he said, I'll lead you to calm waters. When you go fishing and you cast that bobber way out there, and if that water's choppy, that bobber's going to come back to you. It's going to come back every time. I don't care how far. Unless you're on the bottom. And look, we all know we don't want to be on the bottom. Who wants to be on the bottom? No one wants to be on the bottom. But when the waters are calm, the water is still, and you cast that bobber out there, it's going to stay right there. It's going to stay where it's supposed to be. The waters, you guys, represents our emotions. The waters represent the emotions inside of us. Depression, that's choppy water, man. Post-traumatic stress, choppy water. Bipolar, choppy water. So how do we calm our waters? It is not casting and letting go and letting God. That is not that it does. That's not it. It's not it. By having one, truth and understanding. Because when you have truth and understanding, it is a instant breakthrough. I'm talking about something you could have struggled with for years. Hey, I'm speaking for myself on this one. Blew my mind completely. Wrestled with it for 30 long years. As soon as truth came in, the truth was, I'm not crazy. I wasn't bipolar. I wasn't a manic depressant. My ability to see into the spiritual realm is not a curse but a blessing. And that I grew up in a house that had an open portal. Most people said that led straight to hell. Nope. Any portal opening to another dimension, anything can come through, good or bad. But that was the truth of it. That was the truth. I was told the opposite of everything. It's all in your mind. Your mind is ill. It's you, it's you, it's you, it's you. So I could never heal. I never healed. I took it on. I got the counseling. I took the meds. I did all of that. I let go, let God, kept casting it. But as I grew up and I got older and older, and this ability or hallucinations never ended. It never stopped. But then when I started seeing things and, at times maybe shared with a person, whatever, but to get confirmation, a person come back and say, wait a minute, a man died here. Or, there was a house fire there. 2 little girls, kids, passed away in that house. To start hearing confirmations, validation on what I was seeing, it flipped my world upside down. I said, whoa, nope. These are hallucinations. There's no way. No. There's a story behind everything that I was seeing. So it made me take a second look. I had to go all the way back. And see, that's where a lot of people mess up at. It's too painful. It's too uncomfortable. Do you understand that pain when you go in and you go to that root and you go back and you go, we're going to dive. We're going deep. We're going to the root, man. Yeah, it's going to hurt. Yeah, you're going to cry. It's going to feel like a heart attack a little bit. But guess what? When we pull it up from the root, Oh, the peace, the healing, all of that takes place. It is so refreshing. Like the cry, the only time that cry becomes unbearable is when you're processing, but you're pushing it back down. That's when it's going to get very uncomfortable, and you're going to, I can't handle this. But if you let it out and you get it up, but you gotta have that truth now. Because we're not going to have pity parties. We're not going to cry and look at it from a viewpoint of the lies and the labels that we've been told, or we've, somehow came up with. We're going to shine the light on it. We're going to expose it for what it is. We're going to come with truth. If you're the only one that says, well, I believe this, but everybody else, who cares what they've said and what people think? Set yourself free. And what I was going to say is that pain, when you're pulling it up from the root, it does not last. As soon as you pull it up, that is gone. Your healing starts to take place. Or you can keep it there and live with the pain that lasts forever. We are a dying race. Like, we are so lost and confused as a collective. We've been mislabeled. We've been wrongly diagnosed. Like, let me tell, I'm going to make it simple as I can. I have so much to say. There's no mental illness. Take that out of the equation. That should never even been there. That's BS, man. That is just an excuse for a person to stay stuck and sick. What it is something happened that caused you pain, that poked a hole in your soul, your spirit, and the reason why, because you didn't have the right support around you when it happened to shine the truth on it. The light is the truth and understanding. You didn't have that. So it festered. It went and it took root. And it made your spirit sick, which then affected the mind. Because, honey, first it is the spirit. Please know that. The spirit becomes infected first, and then the mind. The spirit is injured. Let me say this right. The spirit is injured, the mind is infected, and then the body becomes diseased, which causes diseases. Come on now. Did you hear me? The spirit is injured. The mind becomes infected, and the body becomes diseased, which causes diseases. There it is. So it's not, and this is where people are messing up at. Well, I'm going to, their attempt, they're going to get it together, right? They're ready to, to get themselves together. So the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to the doctors. So what they see is their body. The body was diseased for so long, it's then caused diseases. So I'm going to the doctors. I'm going to, see about this condition. I'm going to get this together, and I'm going to fight. I got God on my side. I'm going to fight. And then it doesn't go anywhere. Because you're not, everybody knows when you have a weed that grows in the garden, you can spray that weed all day long unless you got some powerful weed killer. Somebody might say, "What? Wait, there's some weed killers out there that'll get it." Guess what? You know why it got it? Because it went to the root. Because it soaked, it went all the way down to the root and killed that root. You can kill the top of that weed, but it grows back every time, does it not? Because the root is still alive. And until you treat the root cause of your illnesses, it won't go anywhere. And that's why people believe that they're bipolar. They believe that they're depressed and, whatever. The diabetes, the heart disease, this and that. People are dying of cancer. Stop believing in God for miracles. How can your body heal itself when your mind is infected and your spirit is poisoned? How can the body was designed to heal itself. Yeah, it was. But how can it heal itself when the mind is infected and the spirit is poisoned? You gotta clean your root. You gotta clean your root. You gotta disinfect it. The root needs to heal, and that's your spirit. So some people will say it's the mind. They'll skip the body. Well, these conditions I have, fibromyalgia, lupus, chronic pain, they're there because my mind is at disease, which causes the body diseases. So I'm going to renew the mind. I'm going to trick myself. I'm going to fake it till I make it. I've tried that too. It actually helped a little. Yeah. But there was still some things that I couldn't, I still need, help with as far as physically. Like this infection just wasn't going to clear up. I needed medicine, or reoccurring flare-ups in my spine. Having to get cortisone injections, what have you. It did not, do what I felt like it was supposed to fix everything. It doesn't. It makes you feel better. Yeah. It makes you feel better because you're no longer being negative. You're no longer feeding or giving strength to all the problems, all the issues, because when we focus on what we don't want instead of what we want, that's a negative mindset, and you're going to feel bad. It's going to make you feel really crappy. So when you flip that and you become more positive and you start not ignoring but not acknowledging the things, not giving life to the things you don't want in your life, but focusing on what you're grateful for. Brand new attitude. I mean, it definitely makes you feel better. But it still does not. I'm sorry, guys. I have to break it to you. I'm here to help. Please share this. This can change so many lives. I'm giving you truth and understanding. These are two weapons. These are weapons right here. I'm giving you truth and understanding. It will change your life. It'll change it. It will unleash the power. We are powerful. Powerful. My God. We can manifest anything. Listen, when you're constantly thinking of all the things you don't want and what you don't like, let me ask you a question. Do any blessings come to you? Do anything good happen? Honestly, think about that. If you're, when you're having a bad day and you just keep thinking about how you spilled that coffee on your shirt early that morning, isn't it funny how all throughout the day it didn't get better? Matter of fact, you might have got to work and dropped during lunch, ate a hot dog and dropped mustard on your shirt. Now you got 2 stains. Get home, you forgot to lay out the chicken. Now you got to order a pizza. Pizza man shows up late. The pizza, is cold and nasty, and By the time you get to bed, you got a migraine, your head is pounding. You had a horrible day. It's a domino effect. But to eliminate all of that, that's surface stuff. I don't, that's all surface talk. You know, it's relevant because even once you do the soul work, your shadow work, you still got to keep your spirit protected once it's whole again and healed. And we've closed all those wounds and those holes. Now we got to protect it. So this is very relevant when I'm talking about keeping that mindset positive and only focusing on what you're not even what you're grateful for, but focusing on the things that make you happy. If you say, well, I don't got nothing going right now, that think about this. What are you grateful for? Can't nobody tell me they don't have nothing to be grateful for. Did you wake up today? Do you have a roof over your head? Do you got clothes on your back? Do you have food to eat? It might not be what you want to eat, but you got something to eat. Do you got clean water? You know what I mean? It's the basic things that we take advantage of. Those are huge blessings. Huge. There's people that are homeless. There's people in this world that are drinking from a river. You know? But back to the important part, because I'm getting ready to wrap this up. Let's dive a little deeper. So we've talked about the body. People run to the doctors. We talk about the mind. People try to do positive affirmations, read the Bible, renew the mind. We even mentioned the part of letting go and letting God. Let go, let God. Casting it out there. I went to church. I don't go to church no more. I worship the Spirit all day long, but I don't do the church thing. That's a man-made religion. Don't believe in it. But when I did go, because I did grow up in church, I just remember feeling puzzled. I used to ask my mom so many questions. You know, like, when does God answer prayers? Why are we praying for the same thing for so long? Then I remember a few years, later on, people started to evolve or change or whatever at church. And they said, stop praying for that same thing. That's why he ain't answering it. Start thanking him. Just start thanking him. It's already done. That's brainwashed. It's unbelievable. We're manifestors. We can manifest. And when you pray and when you shine light on all the things that you don't want and don't like, the universe, the spirit, the great almighty, it don't work like that, how they're trying to teach us. That's why Jesus said, say to this mountain, be moved, and it will move. If you really understand that, he didn't say, pray to Abba, the Father, oh, please, move this issue, this job is stressing me out. Can you please get it out of my, bless me with a new job. He didn't say cry about it. Pray, beg about it, pray about it. He said, tell it to move and it'll move. And what I interpreted from that was walk with authority. You want a new job, a better paying job? Start speaking it into existence. Start imagining, picturing that new job. And all the, not just the job, but what good is it going to bring? Why you want the job? Oh, to get that car you was wanting? Or to buy a house? Start thinking about your house. Start looking at some houses. When I started doing that, man, I remember the last time I went to church, a lot of people looked at me with envy. Why God favoring her? Why all this stuff? She doesn't even come to church and cry and beg or pray or do any of that. She just, every time she shows up, she's just thanking them. Why they're still praying for that same thing that they've been praying for the last 2 years. See, I don't shine light on the things I don't want. I walk with authority. I thank my body daily. See, I don't pray that God removes an illness. I acknowledge my body on a daily basis, and I say, thank you for healing thyself. Thank you for being strong. Thank you for protecting me and giving me long life. It's a spirit of gratitude, not a spirit of pity and poverty. You see, I don't count my money. I don't look at what I don't have. I have all my bills on auto pay. You see, I don't run out of money. When I used to count my money and I used to look at my bills, I would run out of money. Money would slip. I had more money going out than money coming in. Gratitude. Nothing can penetrate it. When you have gratitude, no one bring your mood down. No one can ruin your day. You spilled a little coffee, you laugh about it. If you don't want to be late for work, you can't go home and change your shirt. You're going to go to work. And you go in the bathroom. You even tell a joke on the way in when everybody sees the coffee stain. Give everybody a nice, good old laugh. Everybody smiling, laughing, feeling good. Go in the bathroom, try to clean up, whatever. And go on about your day. And you're going to have one of the best days of your life. But you go in there complaining, feeling, down and out, embarrassed. You're going to have a bad day. But let me finish this. I need to get my point out. So, people go to the body, the doctors, the mind to renew the mind. And then you have the root, which is the spirit. If you go there, that's where you need to go. Okay? The body, mind, you gotta skip that. That when you treat the root, like, okay, if we go out there and we spray that weed, the root, and it kills it, it treats the whole thing, right? The whole weed, the whole problem goes away. You don't gotta come back and, keep treating the top of, keep spraying the actual weed. It's done. It's dead. It ain't coming back. Now the flowers you've planted can bloom without being smothered out by the weeds. So you go to your spirit, your higher self. First and foremost, you need to connect. Because that pain, every, how do I explain this? Every time we had a painful experience and it poked a hole in us, in our energy fields, and it separated us from our higher self. The higher self is above you. It like literally floats. It's who you are. It's your spirit. It's the higher self. Okay? So that's what you're connecting to. You need your higher self. Some people refer to it as the inner child. Let me tell you, that's another label I don't like. When I connected to my inner self, my higher self, I was scared. I thought it was a whole nother spirit. I'll never forget. I thought it was a whole nother spirit. Cause it was powerful. And she was strong. Like, I'm still talking to about her like in the third person, because I'm just, it's me, but I was so disconnected because of all the trauma and everything I had gone through. I separated. I created all these false masks and images of personalities or whatever. But I was blown away. She's powerful. She's a manifester. She's a healer. You know, man. Because, see, we were taught you got to heal the inner child. The inner self is wounded. She's, he or she's broken. No, that's the outer man. See, they don't want us to tap in. You see, oh man, they've lied to us for so long, you guys. That's why I don't do church. I don't do none of that. That's all man-made. They created slavery, all that stuff. Like, they don't want, and some people say, oh, they don't want us to know who we really are. We were powerful people back then. No, they don't want you to know who you are within. Don't stop there. You're talking about your ancestors. Talk about you, your higher self, your inner self, who you are, who you've become separated from. I went in just knowing that, she's probably only about 7, because that's when, my life changed for the worse, and I started having a lot of bad things happen to me. Because this is what they teach us. I'm thinking I'm going to find this little 7-year-old little girl, and I'm going to have to hold her. I'm going to have to nurse her. I'm going to have to heal her. Guess what? No, it scared me. Because when I found myself, it was the opposite. My higher self, my inner self, picked me up. It scared me and began to love me and let me know it's going to be okay. I've been waiting for you to return. You ran because of, the pain you experienced. You pulled away. You begin to create these false realities and these made up personalities that wasn't who we are. You got your mind and your soul and your body. That is 3. It's Trinity. The mind can create a false reality. The mind can create these masks that we wear. And if you do it good enough and long enough, you will lose yourself. You'll forget home. You'll forget the essence of who you are. And society has taught us that our inner man is the broken one, but they're a liar. And I'm here to tell you that they lied. It's the mind that's the broken one. The mind, honey, that's where the ego lives. That's where pride lives. Come on now. Spirit don't know none of that. It doesn't need that because it's powerful. Like I said, I thought it was a whole nother spirit. I said, oh my, what have I tapped into? I thought I thought it was Isis, a goddess of pyramid of Egypt. Yeah, because I was just like, wow. And it took months for me to receive it, because I did not believe that I was that powerful. There's no way. Plus, I've been brainwashed. We have been brainwashed, conditioned into thinking this stuff, you guys. So this is new, and but you got, what did I say? What did I say from the beginning of this? Our weapons well, truth and understanding. Truth and understanding is it automatically comes in. You know, in order to overcome, in order to thrive, in order to heal, you're going to need truth. And I'm delivering that to you right now. Truth. Trust your intuition. Trust that inner voice. It is not going to come from your mind. I'm telling you that right now. That's doubt, baby. That's ego talking. That's your pride. That's your false images. That's the pain. That's other people's opinions and that you've heard over the years. Because, honey, that brain, it programs, locks everything. You could have been told one time you were stupid at the age of 8, and now you're 63. One time. That brain has literally locked that in. Okay? And it will echo throughout your entire life until you pull it up from the root. Until you come and expose the light on it with truth. But how do you do that? By connecting. Reconnecting to who you are. The essence of you. Your spirit, your higher self. Your inner man. You heard? Listen. He or she is not weak. That is where you are going to get your power from. That's where you're going to get your strength from. Your creativity. Oh my goodness. Listen, I'm a natural writer. I do poetry, stories, all that stuff. But when I reconnected, I have written stuff that I'll read a few days later or a couple weeks, and I'll cry my eyes out because I'm just like, what was that? What spirit came through me that day? No, that was me. That was me. That is the authentic me. Because I was connected to my higher self. There is no bruised ego involved there. There's no pain. You cannot hurt. You cannot, when people are connected to their inner self, their higher self, I say both because it's both. It's inner higher. It's in you and it's higher. Okay? When they are connected, they are untouchable. Can't nobody touch you. They can't touch you because you know who you are. You walk with power and authority. Okay? But when you are not connected and you're operating with the mind, yes, you can get touched. You can get bruised. You can get destroyed. Because that's where the ego is. That's where the pride is at. That is the broken little so-called inner you. Yeah, it's that inner mind. It has nothing to do with your higher self. Honey, let me tell you, I'm going to break it down even better. The inner you, the higher you is oh, man, listen. I'm feeling my vibrations are rising right now, guys. It has an inner, automatic, I'm trying to put it in words. The higher you has an automatic inner knowing. There it is. Boom. Ain't no thinking. That is, when they be like, my intuition or my gut feeling. That's you. That's your higher self. It knows. It knows everything. It knows. There's no thinking about it. Well, give me a day or two. Let me think this through. That's your mind that needs to think and ponder. Your higher self is a beast. You hear me? It's a beast and can't nothing touch it. That is what connects to the source. That is what communicates to the higher, most high God, to the source. You know, when you line up with that, there's no ego there, okay? Universe, woo, bow down. It bows down to you. You are a queen, a king, a goddess. I'm telling you, we walk with authority. And this is what Jesus was trying to tell the people. But of course, you know, they wanted to make him a god. They wanted to, you know, but he said it too many times. It's your faith that healed you. It was your faith that did this, you know. And then he said, Father, Abba in heaven. He talking about that universe, the spirit of the universe. When you line up, you know, he said, I'll lead you to the still waters. Remember, our emotions is the waters. It represents the waters. When you connect to your higher self, there's truth and understanding. The waters are calm. Everything will come to you naturally. You will walk, so gracefully. Man, it's some of y'all out there that got gifts and abilities that y'all don't even